Hello.
Hey.
All right, so we are going to be going right into our first match, which is Div 9 versus Japan. Um, and the map that we're going to be seeing first here, we do have counter picks, so I can only talk about the first map, unfortunately. But the first map that we have here is Splat Zones on Inkblot Art Academy. We're going to be going into it shortly. Any fast thoughts on it before we go into it?
Um, you know what? Nah, I don't really have any thoughts. Head empty. Well, actually, I think I do.
No thoughts, head empty.
Yeah. So, this is kind of like one of those maps where you just gotta control that center area, and you're definitely gonna want to have your anchor on that big block in the middle of zones.
Oh yeah,
Then
definitely.
have everyone else just push in. Like the big thing you're gonna want to do is just keep them from passing any of the ledges on their plat, getting into mid, and all that.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
camping
Having the
people is
anchor. Oh,
nice.
sorry. Yeah. Having the anchor on that center tower is really important, honestly, because, when you have something like a charger up there or an explo, it provides so much pressure, especially because due to their long range, they can reach pretty much all the way into the opponent's plat, which is a really important place to control. So if you have control over that, it's really, really good.
Yes, and not to mention they also have a very large view of the entire map. They, you could even shoot around that tree area. But hey, we just started. So
Yeah, we're going out right here already. A curling bomb launcher coming out. Actually, that's an aerospray MG here, which is not something that is seen very often. But hey, seeing uncommon weapons in comp is always really fun. And that curling bomb rush is really going to put pressure on the zone. It is Inkblot zone is a rather big zone, and honestly, the amount of turf and aerospray can put out will be really valuable if they're not killed. And right now, you can see them just all off this side here, already farming for yet another curling bomb rush, and it hasn't even been 30 seconds yet, and they've already got two.
yeah, two specials, and it looks like they're just letting it rip. Fortunately, they have
Ooh.
pick,
Yeah, I
and they
believe that
kill
was a
three down.
delayed wipe on their side, actually. Yeah, and with that, I unfortunately I actually can't tell which team is which right now, but the team in the yellow is now using that opportunity that they got to take full control of mid. Unfortunately, zone just flipping right back to their opponents, and now they're going two down. Like they had that opportunity to push up and really get into their opponent's plat and get some picks, but unfortunately they really didn't take it. However, they are winning some fights now, getting two down, and so they are going to take back control of that zone and work down their penalty. They don't have any penalty anymore because it was just small, so now they are able to win fights. You see the suction bomb rush coming out, able to take so much control of plat, and that's really important. Does also get a pick with it. Baller coming in. That's but yeah, so being able to get that pick was really good for their team, and they're so close to lead, just a few points away, but they're going to go two down, and the zone is neutral right now, so no more points for them.
And unfortunately, looks like the zone just flipped right now. They got a larger penalty to go through. And that Inkjet now trying to fish for some pick, that they're just getting assists. Which, that's helpful because they're making the difference in the picks that their team needs. Helps their team get
Definitely.
picked.
I mean,
Now,
yeah,
it
you
looks like
can't paint anything if you're dead, so getting picks is really important. And look at the aerospray putting out yet another curling bomb rush and also getting a pick with it. Being able to control flat ground like that, because so much of the zone is flat, it's really important. Their team also doesn't have any more penalty, so that's going to keep on ticking 30, below 30 now and counting. The opposing team really has to do something pretty much right here and right now to get the zone back. You see the bomb rush coming out, the
I
inkjet coming
see
out, the
the
armor
specials
coming
coming
out,
out.
all
Armor,
of these
Inkjet.
specials, but will it amount to anything? Zone gets neutralized,
They
but
have
the
it neutral.
aerospray's got another curling bomb rush
This
out.
aerospray. Oh,
Oh my
nope, they got the pick.
goodness.
They supplied enough paint. They pulled stone.
They get another
Managed
pick.
three. And they lost zone.
Yeah, but the
Unfortunate.
the aerospray is putting out a lot of paint pressure and kills, which is a little surprising. I mean, aerospray is not a weapon really known for its killing power, but they are really stepping it up here, so I guess good pick out of them.
Yeah. I really love Aerospray as like a weapon. It's such a fun weapon to play. You can just run all over paint. Ooh, fixed by the inkjet.
Oh
Good
yes.
teamwork right there on the upper area of their plat.
Yeah, Div 9, is that Div 9? That is Div 9. Div 9 is currently in control of the zone right now, and they're really pushing up. They also
And they
takes,
took the
they've gotten the
lead.
lead out of that. You know, you see Japan trying to come in with the baller, they're trying to take control of the zone, but actually it is to no avail, and that right there is going to be a knockout for Div 9 in our first match.
That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate for what was it, Japan? Am I
Yes.
correct there? Yeah, that's a little unfortunate for Japan. So they tried to rest the zone. They put as much as they could on there, but it's kind of an ouch. And this was pretty exciting, for a first match. Both teams were all like, it was all back and forth with the zone. That was really nice.
Yeah, I'd like to point out there was really nice special coordination that we saw out of Div 9. You know, Japan had them really locked out, had control of their plat, and Div 9 popped we saw an armor, an inkjet, and the bomb rush come out in order to break out of that lockout, get back into mid, and take back zone. So they coordinated their specials, but also they were able to follow up on it and put down the paint and picks that they needed. Because specials, I mean, you can use all the specials you want, but if you don't follow up on them, you're not going to get anything out of them. So really good work out of them for that.
Yeah, both teams have, I'll be honest, very good special coordination. And I can't wait to see what more they're able to surprise us with. And we're now starting the next match, which is well, we're preparing for the next match, which is Spot Zones on the Reef. Now, this match kind of got like a similar case where I'd say like, if you're the anchor, that area you want is the bridge, top of that
Oh
bridge.
yeah.
You got such a wide, you could just look over a lot of stuff from that area. But it doesn't really look like any of the teams are running any anchors. So I mean, what do you think they should do?
Honestly, even if you don't have an anchor, having control of the bridge is really good. You can stand up there and just fire down onto both zones, your own as well as the opponent's, and if you're dropping, you get a couple of cheeky kills. So not having the bridge in control means you lose that vital area up top. Just having control of as many areas as possible obviously is good, but bridge is one of those areas it's literally right above objective. It's such an important area to have, even if you don't necessarily have somebody that's going to be setting up and camping up there for the whole time. Just to have that under your control so that you can move through it safely is really important. I honestly just the fact that Reef is a 2-zone map combined with the mix of terrain that it has, you have boxes, you have literal trees and cars, you have open areas, and you also have small alleyways. It's got something for everybody. So just picking and choosing what areas you want to control ends up being really, really important on Reef zones.
Yeah, and that decision's always gonna lie in where does the other team go? Because you're gonna want to be present for them, deal with them, so that they don't get back in. And well, we're starting. Let's take a look.
Yep.
Comps.
And in
90s.
we go.
We got double gal on the yellow, and that's
Yep,
classic and an interesting
Div
pick.
9 running double gal. An interesting pick, but the K52 does have it can put out a lot of paint. Unfortunately, Div 9 pretty much immediately going 2 down right now. Zones not immediately capped by either team, but Japan is putting down paint, and they are able to grab the first cap. They have some specials online. That's going to be another pick out of this junior. Nice working with the bubbles as a shield to tank damage there. However, they are the pretty much last remaining member of their team. They do get taken out, so that amounts to what is pretty much a delayed wipe on the side of Japan right there, as Div 9 is going to take this opportunity, step up. You see the junior using so much paint to take so much area. We were talking about area control, and now that they have that under their belt, they almost have an armor and they can move through those areas safely. Div 9 is really stepping up here, using the junior using their bombs to pressure this blaster right here into a 1v1 that they end up winning.
And now
Wow.
now they're dealing with this tent.
Oh yeah, but they got a teammate to back them up too. However, they do end up losing control of the zones there. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I mean, when the junior's not in zone, then where's the paint?
But the junior's gonna have a little fun once in a while. They can't always just be off painting zone. An unfortunate death to a bomb, but not before they can put in a lot of paint for their team. Div 9 still in control of the zones, do have a small penalty due to Japan taking it for a second there, and now you see Japan is the one in control of the bridge, the Luna in combination with the tent, so the Luna's gonna use their baller to cap this zone right here, and now Japan is the one in control, needs to be stepping up, needs to getting the picks, one down on either side, but the K-52 gonna step in there and clean up the Luna, now they are the one painting zone, as their junior friend hopefully off pushing more 1v1s with the bombs. They can't go in by themselves, though, as you see this, the Squiffer and...
Good. That was a big, nice shark.
Yeah, really nice shark
Nice.
pick out of them, and then the Booyah coming out, too, just to stop Japan's push right in its tracks.
Yeah, this 52 gal, they look like they're having quite fun. They're just pressuring a lot. They just all decided to rush in on that poor tent. Your tent shield can take a lot of stuff, but I don't think it can handle 3 people looking at you like that.
Yeah. And Gal's got pretty high damage too. You're gonna see the Luna do pretty much the same thing. Use that baller, drop down off of bridge, looking for a pick. Doesn't quite get one, but they are.
Oh,
they do get it out of the baller. They didn't get anything with the baller, but they got it out of it, which is pretty nice. However, they are the last one of their team alive, so they can't really do anything at zone. And now you're seeing they get pincered by 2 members of Div 9. Very nice coordination out of them, taking advantage of the fact that Luna was alone with no backup. And so now, with their penalty completely gone, they are going to be farming special, pushing up, and doing what they need to do to lock out Japan.
And I hope they're able to do that. They got an armor now. They're dealing
Armor
with
comes out, Ancient comes out, Booyah comes out, all the special
Look at
that we
that.
were seeing.
Specials coming out.
Wow.
Picks are flying too. Bubbles on zone. Except I don't
Bubbles
think
get
Tent can really
shredded on
follow
zone,
that.
more like.
Tent falls down. Last one's Luna. And they got a very delayed wipe there, and that should be game for Div 9.
Yeah, cheeky
That was
little
a-
bomb pick from the junior at the end, but just was not enough. Unfortunately, with Japan losing pretty much all their members, like you said, a delayed wipe when the timer was at 9, you really just cannot do anything from that, because by the time you respawn, the game is over.
Yeah, it's over. Because, there's a...
And look at
objective
that difference in KA. No member of Div 9 was under double digits there. That's pretty impressive.
Very strong KAs. How many assists were there, eh?
Yes, that's the A, but still, assist means you're doing your job, you're helping out your teammates pretty much. And that is going to be the first set right there. 2-0 in favor of Div 9.
You know how you mentioned, helping your teammates? Some
Yeah.
really good advice that I've gotten, which actually wasn't even for this game, was actually look to help. And I feel like Division 9 was doing a good job looking to help each other create the 2v1 situation and get picks by that.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
it's really effective, and it's
Yeah.
very, very strong team play.
Yeah, a prime example of that, I know I commented on it in-game, but how we saw that Luna they were caught alone, and so 2 members of Div 9 just pounced on them from opposite direction and crossfired them to death immediately. Like, that was just very, very good coordination out of them.
Yeah, I definitely did see that too. I'm watching the stream as well.
All right, then. Well, now that our first round is over, we are going to be heading into a short break for a couple of minutes, and we'll be right back with round 2. So see you guys shortly.
Yeah.